10 hidden anime gems from the 80s, the golden era. Audiences from all around the world have appreciated anime from as early as 1917. But with time, the quality and content improved drastically. By the 80s, the world of anime was at its peak, with a great variety of genres picking up steam. Often termed as the golden era of anime, this time period saw the best of anime being served to the fans. There are multiple reasons for the astounding boost in anime quality in the 80s. For instance, the introduction of new genres like sports anime worked wonders for the industry. CGI started to gain popularity. The 80s were also the times when hentai started being made because they could now escape the glare of the censors since people were renting and watching anime in their houses. All these factors and many more brought about some of the best anime shows ever in this era. This video is a tribute to this golden era as we explore some of the hidden gems from the 80s. Before we go into our list, we have a very small request. If you like our content, please support us by subscribing to our channel. This is a small click from you, but it means a lot to us. Thank you. Let's begin. MD Geist, 1986. MD Geist has a futuristic storyline where humans have colonized other planets in the universe. The planet Jera has been constantly involved in wars and is looking for peace like the other planets. They had MDS, that is a most dangerous soldier, that is a militaristic super soldier with enhanced combat qualities. Due to his constant urge for battles, this violent creature was frozen and locked into a satellite. Many years later, MDA wakes up, and now he must help the army to stop the total destruction of the planet. This anime will be appreciated by the Arnold Schwarzenegger fans. The plot is basic and is packed with fights, explosions, and destruction. There are scenes where body parts are being severed, so it's clearly not for the faint-hearted. The character of MD Geist is interestingly drawn, and despite him being a killing machine, you will find yourself rooting for him. He is made to look like a cross between a Gundam and an American football player. The overall animation quality is decent, and if you're up for a crazy action anime, then MD Geist will prove to be a great find. Angel's Egg, 1985. The story is about a little girl who's protective and possessive about a giant egg. She believes that the egg will one day hatch into a beautiful and angelic bird. She wanders through a dark world that has existed for hundreds of thousands of years. She is later joined by a soldier, and although she is hesitant initially, they later join forces and explore the world together. Eventually, the purpose of the soldier is made clear. The thought-provoking plot is not spelled out clearly, and instead, the makers choose to convey the message through symbolic imagery that is left to your interpretation. The film is a visual delight with beautiful designs and perfect direction by Mamoru Oshii. The soothing soundtrack is pleasing and in sync with the storyline. The movie keeps from you a few unanswered questions, leaving the viewers to figure out the mystery for themselves. If the absence of a linear plot does not bother you, we recommend that you take this philosophical trip. City Hunter, 1987. City Hunter has an interesting plot where the protagonist is a man named Royo Seba who calls himself a sweeper. This is because he helps people clean up trouble when the police fail. He's a former assassin and rents his services to the people who are in some kind of trouble. He usually doesn't even receive any payment for his services, but he has one drawback. He acts inappropriately, often like a playboy around women, and during such times, his partner Kaori keeps him in check. City Hunter is somewhat like an anime version of the American TV series The Equalizer. Although the general tone of the series is serious, there are some hilarious moments, especially when Ryo is faced with a beautiful woman. To control his lust, his partner pulls out a hammer and smashes him flat. The characters in City Hunter are interesting and well written. This anime boasts of some spectacular animation, and you will be amazed at how the makers infused humor and action in this gripping plot. If you are an anime fan, it's high time that you watched City Hunter.
Come on! Get up!
Black Magic M66, 1987. A military operation goes wrong and a helicopter with some deadly cargo crashes. A freelance reporter stumbles on the scene to discover that the cargo included 2 killer androids that got activated and are now looking for the daughter of their inventor. He must save the little girl from these killer machines, but can these invincible androids be stopped? You must watch Black Magic M66 to find out the rest. This is basically like an animated Terminator story. This anime tells you an exciting story and they get straight to the point. It is a 45-minute film that keeps you guessing till the last minute with a numerous turn of events. Machines flying around and other sci-fi stuff like killer robots make this an engaging anime. The voice acting is top-notch and that adds to the viewing experience. The designs are accurate, with the mecha being particularly impressive. The production house left no stones unturned to achieve perfection, and that shows in the quality of animation that has been served.
Out of your rib cage.
Goku Midnight 1989. Goku Midnight Eve is an hour-long OVA that has 2 episodes of fascinating stories. Goku is a former cop who becomes a private detective. He has a cybernetic eye that allows him to control any computer in the world. With this special power, he has to fight organized crime as he explores the case of strange suicides of members of a special police unit. This anime also shows Goku taking on a powerful super soldier who was an unwilling participant in a military experiment. The character of Goku is lovable, and he is a typical anime hero who is a lonely guy with superpowers to fight crime. The plot is fast-paced and is packed with some amazing action scenes. The English dubbing isn't the best, and if possible, listen to the original version with subtitles. Yoshiki Kawajiri is known to go by the stereotypes in his stories, and this anime is no exception. If you're looking for a simple but exciting story, this anime will fit the bill with the mindless entertainment on offer.
On a fever. Come on, miss. Let me see that wound. I can treat it for you.
Blackjack, 1983. Medical suspense is largely uncharted territory for anime series and movies. Blackjack is an exception, with the protagonist being an excellent doctor. He is almost like a superhero with medical knowledge and cures the poor and destitute for free. Often his actions help to teach the arrogant, selfish people a lesson. He's not hungry for recognition and is just happy to help out. Numerous stories were covered in this series, and each of them was engaging to watch. As you embark upon the medical adventures of Blackjack, you will appreciate the creativity that has gone into the project. The writer, Osamu Tezuka, has created something unique, and each episode is blissful for the anime fans. The best thing is probably how relatable the character of the protagonist is. It's a pity that such enriching content did not soar high in the popularity charts. Golgo 13, The Professional, 1983. What happens when the perfect assassin is facing a threat from the combined security forces? An entertaining anime is what happens, as you will find out after watching Golgo 13. It's the story of a charismatic assassin who kills the son of an oil tycoon. Soon he finds that the CIA, FBI, and Army are trying to hunt him down. They even have superhuman killers to help them find the charming Golgo 13. While you watch a brutal action-packed anime, you seldom expect it to be emotionally demanding. This one, however, is on high emotions, with the pain of losing the loved one being depicted to tug at your heart. The character of Golgo 13 is intriguing, where he's portrayed as a ruthless killer whose life is all about violence and meaningless sex. There are some grotesque death scenes and even some softcore sex scenes, but this anime is much more than drawing people for the nudity in action. It has a sensitive storyline that will appeal to those looking for something deep. The animation quality will leave you spellbound, and the choice of colors will mesmerize you. You will certainly appreciate the mental anguish and vulnerability of the human soul that has been explored in this anime. Space Adventure Cobra, 1982. A space pirate, Cobra, falls for a bounty huntress named Jane Flower. Although he's presumed dead, he decides to make a comeback in order to help out Jane. She is looking for her 2 lost sisters and also has the mission of saving the planet Myrus. A dangerous criminal, Necron, wants Jane dead, and it is up to Cobra to save her from this ruthless killer. The most interesting thing about this anime is the plot that revolves around the relationship between a smuggler and a killer. The content largely caters to the Western audience, and you will find no mention of Japanese culture and traditions. The character of Cobra is witty, which ensures a few laughs along the way. You will find yourself rooting for this charming pirate. The soothing animation makes this a delightful watch for the anime lovers. This movie is famously known for its attempt to recreate the 3D experience without cardboard glasses, and while it is not the best 3D experience, they still do a great job with the cinematography. For someone starting off with anime, Space Adventure Cobra is an ideal way to start off. Robot Carnival, 1987. Are you up for an anthology of robots? Then Robot Carnival is a must-watch for you, as the makers treat you to a collection of various short stories based on robots. Some of the better ones, like Presents for instance, tell the story of a toy maker who develops a beautiful female cyborg. Trouble starts brewing when he gets uncomfortable with how real the robot is and destroys her. Then onwards, he is haunted by her spirit till the end of his life. Nightmare is a story of an overlord releasing his robotic army to attack humanity. Many such interesting stories come together to form this joyous journey. This is probably the best example of just how imaginative the anime world can get. Not only will it be enjoyed by the anime fans, even those with no taste for anime will also love the content. Everything about this anime, from the black and white animation to the haunting endings, will make for an unforgettable experience. The music is praiseworthy, with a great composer Joe Hisashi in charge of things. We promise you a gala time if you choose to watch this underrated gem. Crying Freeman, 1988. The genre that describes Crying Freeman the best is romantic action. It tells the story of a young Japanese sculptor, Freeman, who is programmed to be an assassin. Despite the strong programming inside of him, he doesn't lose touch with his human side. This leads him to shed tears after he kills and eventually falls in love with a girl named Emu. He starts to protect the girl from anything that would harm her, and thus begins a string of adventures for the duo. There are some strong romantic elements in the story, including a passionate sex scene, but make no mistake, there is enough action and violence to satisfy the most bloodthirsty fan. The director, Daisuke Nishio, deserves an award for the wonderful use of his color palette to make every scene appealing to the audience. For instance, the scene where Emu waits for Freeman has the perfect ambiance that depicts the erotic passion between them. Watching this will give you a feel of how awesome 80s anime movies and shows used to be. We hope you guys enjoyed the video, and if you did, please don't forget to like the video and subscribe to us. It helps us a lot, and do let us know in the comments section. Have an amazing day ahead, and we'll meet again soon.